I want you to take this as an example here, okay? So imagine we have a little sandwich shop in this building or wherever, right? It's called Java++. And Java++ wants to build a system that will allow people, it has a website, right? We want to build a website for it that will allow for online ordering and people to pre-order for lunch. And they do a delivery just in, a 3-kilometer radius around them, okay? So here are the stories we have for Java++. All right, let me just see where my mouse is. So the online customer views the menu, selects sandwiches, customize sandwich toppings. They could build their own sandwich. They could log in or register if they don't have a login. Save a customized sandwich, right? Select pickup or delivery, pay online. These are all features for the customer, right? So complete and submit the order. They get an email confirmation. They can save the order to favorites, view order status, or view previous orders. Now the sandwich maker gets a printout when a new order comes in that says the name of the sandwich they want. They can view the next order on the screen or view all orders on screen, view customization requests, and then mark order as complete. Delivery guy picks the next order on the queue, view the entire delivery queue and select a particular order to deliver, get the order receipt, get delivery map and direction. So just a bunch of features, cool? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do. You guys see these 3 attributes. Value, mandatory, and frequency of use. If something is high value, to who? To the user, right? To the red box on top of it, okay? If it's high value, that's one aspect. If it's mandatory or not, some things are mandatory for the workflow, some things are optional. And then frequency of use, will they be frequently used or not? If you're high on all 3, just shout out the word high, okay? If it's low on all 3, just shout out low, and if it's in the middle, it's medium. Fair enough? Let's try this out. So, view menu. Shout out. What do you guys think? Okay, good. Select sandwiches.
High.
Customize sandwich toppings.
Medium.
Yeah, medium.
Build your own sandwich.
Low. Medium.
So here's the thing. We wouldn't just ignore it if we heard medium and low, if this was a real exercise. We'd actually have a discussion at that point. And that's where we start really discussing what is valuable, right? And to who, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to put it here because Steve was the loudest person in the room at that point. Login.
High.
Let's just put it in medium, high and low, right? So we're just doing the exercise. Register.
High.
You guys really need to talk.
Login, also register.
Well, I could even argue this goes here. You can log in using Facebook or Google. You don't even have to register.
What's your primary purpose is the question to me.
And that's going to be the discussion. That's exactly the discussion we want to have.
I'd actually ask what you mean by register, as in register the food or register...
Register as the user.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So this is exactly why we do these exercises, because so many things are ambiguous. The purpose behind it isn't obvious and all that kind of stuff. So good. Save customized sandwich. You guys do need to shout out high, medium, or low.
Medium.
Thank you. Select pickup or delivery.
High.
High.
Okay. Pay online.
High.
Really? It's mandatory?
No.
Jonathan's saying no.
To do it, or we're talking about the ability for whatever it is we're building to do it.
Well, again, is it mandatory? Is it high value? And is it frequently used?
Yeah, high.
I guess so.
Medium, because you're not going to give them a sandwich until you're paid, but you don't have
You can do cash on delivery easily. Right? You don't have to pay online.
Who does that?
Some people do. I do, but not everyone. Complete and submit order.
High.
High.
Get email confirmation.
Low.
Low.
Save order to favorites.
Low.
No.
View order status.
Low.
Low.
previous orders?
Low.
Low.
These are just hating on these. Sandwich maker, get a printout of the order.
High.
High.
View next order on screen.
High.
High. Low.
I love this. View all orders on the screen.
Low.
View customization request for a particular order.
That's
High.
the other one.
Excellent. So this one by itself is high, right? It's high value, mandatory, and frequently used by the sandwich maker. However, it's linked to customized sandwich that's up top. Which one of the two drives?
Whether you can customize the sandwich.
Exactly. So the customer drives. So this one would inherit that, right? So this would be here. Oops. Mark order as complete.
High.
High.
Delivery guy. Pick next order on the queue.
High.
View entire delivery queue.
High. High.
Medium.
Or low.
Plain delivery routes.
Pick a particular order to deliver.
Low.
Get order receipt.
High.
Get, I'm just picking whoever you guys. Get delivery map and directions.
High.
Low.
I'm just gonna put it medium.
That's the bottom.
All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. I hope we have something good. All right, so here's what we're doing. The online customer is going to view the menu, select sandwiches, right? Select pickup or delivery, and then complete and submit the order. The sandwich maker is going to get an alert of the order, right? And then make the sandwich and mark order as complete. The delivery guy is going to get the next order on the queue, get the order receipt, and go deliver it. What have we just built?
Basic system.
The basic system. This, for me, is what we just built. We built this, an end-to-end slice of the working system. And the argument is this will provide the most amount of learning. Right? Because if we didn't do this, if we only thought about, okay, here's the thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the capacity to finish 8 features, assuming all features are equal in size, right? So my first 8 features would have been view menu, select sandwich, right? Customize sandwich shop toppings, build your own sandwich, log in, register, save customized sandwich, select pickup and delivery, and pay online. Great, let's release that. That's not shippable.
It's also but it's very linear.
It's very linear, right? It doesn't allow the most learning and discovery. So what I wanted to show you is this is not La La Land, right? Here are some tools, some actual tools and techniques to get to there, right? And in these discussions, I mean, I just did this as an extras. This thing would have taken an hour and a half, and we would have ironed out what the value of this thing is. And that's the whole value of this. Because we rarely talk about value together. Right? The business people may talk about value, but we get a set of specs, requirements. And a knowledge worker needs context. See, this is a key difference. A task worker doesn't need context. They need the task. Don't tell me why. I don't care about how. Just tell me what you want me to do. I don't care what next step in the assembly line is or the previous step is. I just need to do my task. A knowledge worker understands that, listen, whatever I'm going to do is going to affect before me and after me, and it's not a linear process, and there's all this innovation going back and forth. So the question becomes on an organizational level, do we allow context to be communicated efficiently and effectively and sufficiently, right? Do we do that or not? And then going back to this example just for a second here, let's assume these 8 features are bigger than my capacity of my first release. What do I do?
Break those down.
Excellent. I'm not going to take the first 7, and that's it. I recursively, what we call thin slicing. You recursively slice this down. Now, I'm going to actually show you one of the coolest models to use for slicing. And this model is called the Kano model. So the Kano model doesn't have much in it. This one's good. So the Kano model says this. You guys see me? Before Kano, things were looked at quality-wise as bad and good. Kano added another dimension and said there are things that make people happy and things that piss people off. Okay? And with that, he sort of identified what's called 3 types of needs. This is called the basic needs. Okay? And then we have what's called the one-dimensional, and then the delighters. Let me explain this. Now, the basic needs say these are things that if they're there, they don't cause any happiness, right? But if they're not there, they cause extreme displeasure. As an example, I'm staying at a hotel over here, okay? I walk in and guess what, folks? There's toilet paper. No, I'm like 3 rolls of toilet paper. You guys aren't excited. 5 rolls? 10? No? Still? Nothing? Nothing fuzzy inside? And if there is, don't say it, because it's weird. Right? But the point is, no amount of toilet paper is going to make you excited, I hope. Right?
What you get on the plane.
But if there's no toilet paper, you get extremely pissed. Now, so those are called the basic needs. The one-dimensional needs are interesting because the more of it that is there, the happier you get with no stop. Right? So I go in and there's a 40-inch TV. What about a 60? An 80? An 85? Right? The more, the faster. You buy a car, you buy a laptop, what's the speed of it? Right? Bigger, faster, better. All of these are one-dimensional needs. Okay? So the size of the room, the bigger, the better. Right? Now, these are called the delighters. These are things that if they're there, they cause extreme delight, and if they're not there, it's fine, right? So I walk into my room, and there's a little chocolate on the pillow. Aww, that's so nice, right? Or a fruit basket. Something I didn't, now if I walk in and I didn't find it, it's okay. I mean, no harm done, right? Or the mini bars for free, right? See, those are delighters. Now, the interesting thing about this is there's a lot of investment that usually happens down here, right? And because it's limitless, it keeps sucking things in. But like Apple has this down to a science, right? Where make sure you don't piss people off, right? Don't invest too much in this, but then throw in delighters. People love delighters and they buy for delighters. The other thing interesting about Apple is I believe they challenged everyone's perception of what's down here. Because sometimes these basic needs are inflated. We think everything is basic. Everything is going to piss people off if it's not there. Well, if you remember copy and paste on the iPhone, it wasn't there until the 3rd generation. And people still bought the iPhone like crazy. The iPad, the first iPad, did not have a camera. Right? These are things people would consider basic. And the reality is, it's inflated. And the more you inflate this, the bigger problem you have because you can't go to market quick enough. All right? So what you want to do is the right mix of so it's not like step 1, step 2, step 3. No, it's not like that. It's an art of mixing these together. Let's take oh, and one more thing. Time goes this way. Time goes this way. So what is a delighter today will be a basic need tomorrow, right? So when you bought a Wi-Fi enabled laptop, that was like, wow. Today, you will never buy a laptop without Wi-Fi. Now, let's take some practical examples, all right, and how this relates back to slicing. That's the whole point. So in our example, we had view menu, right? So I want to slice view menu now. So the first thing I need to think about is when you use those basic need like knife and say, what part of view menu must be there or else my customer will be pissed off? What part of the menu must you have? What do you guys think? A price, right? And a description, right? I mean, if you don't have a price and a description, why do you even have a menu? So those are my basic needs. That's sort of like my first slice. What are the performance needs, right? Which is the more of it that's there, the better. Give me examples.
Like photo.
Photos, yes. Pics, photos. Yeah, what else?
The ability, shop and cat style function, or
Shopping. Let's just even think of a menu, like a real menu.
Ingredients. Yeah, what's it mean?
Ingredients, that's description. You know, what else?
Options to add another ingredient.
Options. What else? For me, it's really the more information, right? If I'm looking at that ER dimension, right? You give me calories, you give me, you know, where did the tomatoes come from? And the more information, the better, right? The less information, the more, okay. What is a delighter when it comes to a menu?
Buy one, get one free.
Right? Offers, right? Chef recommendations, right? That star that comes beside it. And when you have long menus, like, oh, yeah, what do you recommend? Now, when you look at this view menu feature could have been a big feature, right? But now I have a slice of it that's fairly simple to implement. And you can actually, here's the mix and match, right? So I'm going to put this, I'm going to put one photo and a star. Great. Instead of putting this and all the photos, all the, I mean, no. This, the art of slicing, I call it. And it's all based on value. Make sense?
Yeah.
By the way, this works great outside of IT as well. Works great with relationships. Right? Make sure you don't piss them off. Don't invest in the expensive stuff. Cheap delighters. Because here's the interesting part. Think of this. What is more expensive for a hotel? To put a Snickers bar on people's pillow or to add 10 extra square feet or 10 extra square meters to a hotel? And you will probably get excited with the Snickers bar more. So, that's the Kano model.